Oh, oh no. I said I'll text her. The last episode of this thing, and it's on me. I'm like, too much pressure, too much responsibility. Don't do that to me. It's not gonna be easy.
It's going to be fine. Relax.
I've heard a lot about you from the previous ones we have done with my friends, so the pressure's all mine. Lyon was a small city, like calm, peaceful. Paris is like, let's go. Everything is like so happening, and yeah, it's crazy, but good. Am I a good friend? Will they like me for who I am? Little more sane and decent or well behaved, I'd say. I can't just go out to the hey, censor that. I can't just do that, which I
I
usually do
like how
over here.
you just beeped him on your own.
It is much better if I beep it. We don't give a damn like hey, hey, yo, it will be that. And the same thing has happened when we meet as well. Okay, do I have a choice? No.
No, you don't.
Let's go. Like, share, comment, guys. Subscribe.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Curry Meets Croissant. So, this is the podcast where we dive into the real, raw, and unfiltered stories of international students living abroad. And this is episode number 15. So, I have a small news for you, and because I'll be traveling a lot, and I have a lot of international trips which is coming up as study trips, and this is going to be the last episode for season one. Yes, I'll be definitely coming up with season two soon. After I am a little bit free, I get to think about and brainstorm a little bit, about what the subject can be for season two. And I'm sure you're gonna love season two as well. But yes, so this episode is the last for this season, and I hope that you guys like it, and hope you guys enjoy rewatching all the episodes from one till the end. And yeah, well, I'm sad. I'm also excited, and so let's begin for today's episode. So, in today's episode is all about something deeply personal and incredibly important, which is building friendships abroad. So, when you leave your home country and you are not just packing up your belongings, you're also leaving behind your social circle, your comfort zone, and your support system. And rebuilding all of that in a new country, it's really tough, right? But also, one of the most rewarding parts of this journey is that. And yeah, when it comes to the guest, he has a lot of experiences, and we're going to talk about in the episode. But yes, today joining me is someone who truly understands what it is like to start from scratch and building your own community from the ground up. He completed his B.Tech in Applied Electronics and Instrumentation from MES College in Kerala, which is in India. And he also worked at Infosys, which is one of the biggest companies. And now he is pursuing his second year master's in Lyon Business School. So, you know, with so many experiences, and sometimes people they do get a little bit lonely, and no better than him can explain that. So, please welcome to the podcast today our guest Sharath. Hi Sharath, and welcome to Curry Meets Croissant. And I'm really
Hello. Thank you
happy
so
that
much.
you could make time for this episode. It really means a
The
lot.
pressure is all mine.
Thank you so much.
I've heard a lot about you from the previous ones we have done with my friends, so the pressure is all mine.
But yeah, like how is life treating you now? Like since you have moved from India to Paris and you did your masters also.
It's been good. It's been a drastic change, but good. I've found some really good friends over here, so keeping my sanity level on check on that. So pretty much fine. And I was in Lyon now. I'm until now till January, and then from January I've been in Paris for the last 5 months.
Mhm.
It's that is another whole different change. Lyon was a small city, like calm, peaceful. Paris is like let's go. Everything is like so happening, and yeah, it's crazy but good.
Oh, that's absolutely nice. But you made a shift from engineering doing in India and Kerala to management in Lyon. Like, what was the mindset why did you make the shift and why did you choose to come to France?
Mindset, it was, I'll say it was mixed. Like everything was going on in my mind. I was scared, nervous, happy, sad, like everything. It was a mix of, I can't just pick one emotion. Like everything was there. One, because I was leaving my, I can't say well paid. It was just IT normal Infosys job. So you know how much they'll pay. The base, I don't want to say the base package which we'll get. So I'll say, but I'll say stable.
Hmm.
I was leaving a very stable job and in an environment which I was comfortable. I was working from home. My entire 3 years at Infosys, I was working from home. So I was working from home in my city, which I was born and raised in, and I had my friend circle near me. So everything was comfortable. There was no change. Eating my homely food, living with my mom. So everything was, life was going good until I made this drastic change. So, but I knew I had to make this change because while doing bachelor's itself, there's a saying in Malayalam: if you take a stone and throw it up in Kerala, it will land either on a person who's doing an engineering degree
Mhm.
or a person who has done an engineering degree. So it's that common. Engineers are that common in Kerala, and I am one of them.
Oh,
So in order to move forward, I knew I have to do something more, and it has to be a bachelor's.
mm.
And doing bachelor's in India is not an easy job.
Yeah,
You know, IIT, this thing, the NIT or whatever, this thing, IIMs, sorry, IIMs for masters, it's a hassle to get into. So I knew I had to, go out and step out of my comfort zone. And that's what I did, but I did not think it through until I came here. But yeah, it's been good, I'd say. It's okay. It's not
yeah.
definitely. I'll not use the word easy. I'll never use the word easy. And whoever asks me, I'll never say the word. Okay, it's gonna be easy. Just trust the process. It'll. I will not say that. It's definitely not easy. It is definitely not going to fall into place. It is a hassle. But yeah, it is a hassle which you have to take.
Yes, it's well said because I think everybody goes with the hassle that you have to pack your belongings, everything,
Exactly.
and then
Exactly. It's
shift.
your life packed into a 23-kilo suitcase.
Oh God, you can't do that.
Yeah.
23 kg suitcase is defining your shift
Yeah. Your entire life.
place.
You're 25, for example, if you are moving out at 25 years of age, your 25 years should be confined to a 23 kilogram suitcase. And it not working, not happening.
Absolutely not. And then after that, when you are settled in a different zone, your mindset is different. You're walking different, you're talking different, everything. And then
Absolutely.
after you make a mindset that okay, this place is not working for me, and then I have to shift to a new place. And then you
Yes.
see that your 23 kgs is not enough.
Yes. Yes,
Then
exactly.
there are
And I
23.
am facing that challenge because I moved from India to Lyon. Then in Lyon, I lived for a year. Now Lyon to Paris, I came to Paris now, and 6 months of internship in Paris. Now after that 6 months, I have to go back to Lyon again. So I have to pack everything up and go back to Lyon again.
Oh,
Do my second year, which is for 6 months. After that, there's a mandatory 6 months internship. That will mostly be in Paris. So I have to come back to Paris again, pack my stuff, come back to Paris again.
oh my God.
So I'm moving from pillar to post, packing everything up, moving again, settling down, packing everything up, moving again, and this is on repeat.
God, this is hassle because every time things keep get like it doubles up, I feel.
Exactly.
It's like the same amount of clothes when I've got it from India, it was perfectly well balanced and now
Now it's
I can't fit it. It's like I'm confused where to put it also.
I was confused when I moved from India to Lyon, and when I was moving from Lyon to Paris, I was confused. It's the same stuff. I haven't bought a lot of stuff, but it is not filling. It was not fitting into any of my suitcases. Like I took out every single thing and I kept it on my bed. I was like, "This I bought from India. This I bought from India. This I bought from India." Everything was what I bought from India, and now it's not fitting. I was like, "How?"
So yeah, now coming down to when we were talking about that FOMO part, I think this question you can answer it much better way. Is like, what
Okay.
was your biggest fear about making friends abroad before you came to France?
It was mainly my mindset. I'll tell you, it was mainly about comparison,
Hmm.
which was wrong from my part. I was comparing, okay, I was thinking I'm moving to France where I did not know anybody. When I took that flight, I did not know a single person here in Lyon. So I
Hmm.
was thinking, okay, I was thinking I have a few friends back at home. I was thinking their face. Okay, I want to make connections similar to that over here, which will not happen.
Right.
That at that time I did not know. That was, for example, I was thinking about my best friend who I knew for the last 10, 15 years. He was there with me from sixth grade, and he's still there with me. So I was thinking, okay, something I'll find something similar, that kind of friendship over here, which we can't do. But yeah, but it was after coming here, I realized, okay, you have to let go of all that thoughts and try to make new friendships over here where you know what you want in life and you know what others are doing with their life as well, because we are not no longer figuring out our life stage. We are a little more past that. Even though we are still figuring out, we are
Yeah.
not in the initial stages of that. So you know where which friend circle you want to be part of and which friend circle you don't want to be part of. So deciding that was a drastic change, but after that it was flowing. I think, I still think, I hope.
No, I mean, sometimes even I feel like, the people in my class, they don't like me. But
Oh
I,
yeah.
I also sometimes think that they do like me because they speak to
Oh
me.
yeah, that was exactly, that was one point which was there in my mind. Will they like me for who I am? What if they don't?
It's not,
It all goes down that
it,
spiral where you would
yeah,
doubt everything in you when you're moving. You're like, am I a good friend? Will they like me for who I am? Then you start thinking, okay, what should I
right.
do to improve?
You
Will I
just
improve
drown
anytime?
yourself into that ocean of
Yeah,
thoughts. But yeah,
yeah,
whatever.
totally.
But yes, I mean, seriously. But then I realized with time that people over here or in general, outside of where we come from, are different.
Mhm.
I'm not saying that they are very wrong or they're very negative or something. No, they are different and they're very pretty beautiful kind of different. Like you want to be indulged or maybe somewhere picking up their habits as well. And when I
Yeah.
talk to my classmates, like one or two of them who are my good friends, and yeah, then they tell me that they are like that. So people around you
Mhm.
are kind of different, which makes you think that they don't like you, but also they like you, but they have a different way of showing things. I think that's pretty complicated, but also it's nice.
Totally. Yes. Yeah. You can be different. It's just that you want to have those one or two, common things so that which you can bond over, and then the differences don't matter anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
It
it
just
takes
was something which
time
I felt.
also because you are
Oh,
coming from like two opposite sides of,
definitely, definitely.
yeah. But yeah, it takes time. But I think in the end, everything is good. Everybody is, walking
Yeah,
hand in hand and everything is peace.
absolutely. In the end, it's good, but it's like skipping to the end of the movie where the hero and heroine is together. Okay, fine, it's a good ending. But you don't see the hassle that they have gone through. It's similar to that. At the end, okay, we'll make friends. We'll have good friendship. Hopefully.
In your experience, do friendship from form like more easy for like path through university or through internship or work settings? What do you think? Like it does create like a easy path?
If you ask me, I'll say, if you give me a choice between university and office, I'll definitely say university. But if you ask me in general, I would say not both. It is
Wow.
outside both the environments where people are really vulnerable, open. That is when you have true conversations, and with those true conversations only you feel connected to people, and okay, I can trust that person, or he is a good friend, or he can be a good friend. That's what. From your experience, I have two things in mind. From your experience, when do you think people are the most open? Two times or two situations where people are most open or vulnerable or willing to talk.
You're
What
asking
do
me
you think? Yeah,
when they're at the bar.
one correct. Exactly what I had in mind.
Second would be second would be where? Networking events? No, they can't be
Second is not a
vulnerable.
place. Second is not a place. It's a time.
It's a time after
Yeah,
12,
after 12,
12, 1.
like afternoon or night.
No, night, like midnight, like.
Exactly. Satkror.
Nobody knows about this meme because it's gonna go. Only Indians will know this meme, but okay.
Exactly, this is exactly what I had in mind. People are the most open and willing to talk either when they're drinking or when it's night, like after 11,
I
12, or
understand the
1.
concept of at night. Like, I don't know what is happening in that night aura.
No, even I have no idea, but
I
people
have
are willing to
no,
talk.
no, like, what do you say? I have this question a lot. Like, what happens after 12? Like, I myself, a person, I can open up a lot, but in the whole
All our
day,
defenses are down.
it's like all the whole day, I'm not even sharing one bit of it. And after 12, I'm like, yeah, this happened to me today. This is on, all this happening. What
Exactly.
happens like after 12? Something, some like some ghost
Yeah,
they.
exactly. Exactly. So that is where I would say that is the time where I'd say, okay, you can make good friendships there. That is where everything starts because after 12 or when you're drinking, if you're drinking and if that is night, like if both of them come
You're
together,
crazy. You are in a
bindas.
different universe altogether at that
That
point.
is the time you can make like 10 friends on at the same night, in the same night.
But yeah,
So,
it's like a
yeah,
multiverse in itself. Like you're drinking,
exactly.
you're mindful, you're oversharing, and then you everything is just mix.
Exactly. You are oversharing, they are oversharing, you both relate to it. And like, okay, this was much easier than we thought.
Yeah. I
But the
mean,
same person you talk to if you talk to the same person in the morning, it is totally different.
yeah.
One, you are different. You are not going to open up the way you did the previous night. One, that. Two, they are not going to respond the same way as well. So even if it is the work environment or the university environment, from those two, I'll say university because you have a lot of apart from the classroom sessions you have group works, you meet outside college for other events or cultural events or what sports, anything, and you can bond over that. In work setting as well, it is mainly a structured environment where you have to do because at the end of the day you can't do a lot of loose talk at work because you'll say, okay, they are paying me, I have to do some work. So after that, if you are going out for drinks or something, then okay, you can make connections, but which is not an everyday thing. But in college or university setting, I would say group works or the events or something that will be an everyday thing, so there will be more possibility from the university side. But apart from that, if you ask me a general question, it's not neither these. It's the night and under the influence of alcohol where people can talk a lot and make friendships. That is why you have been to Anand's place as well, right?
When?
Like for you have been to Anirudh's place for parties as well,
Yes,
right?
yes, I have.
People where people connect the most. It's as simple as that. The Anirudh never. Why do we not keep a party at like 4:35 in the evening or 6 in the evening? You won't. Nobody will talk. Everybody will come there. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Nice. How's it going? Ah, nice. How's it going for you? Ah, nice. Okay. Then end of conversation. There will be that awkward silence where everybody. Ah. Or
Yeah.
क्या है? Nothing. Okay. Yeah. Nothing. Same done. But if the same people after 11 or 12 be like, let's go. And they'll be on. Something happens at night.
Yeah, that I really want to, deep like dive into the theory of what happens. Like it's a very interesting concept. I'm sure the outcome of my research would be fruitful. But yeah, I really want to
You should talk
dig.
to a psychology student. Maybe they can help.
I have one sister, but she's busy with her practice in all
Damn
these
it.
things, so she can't help.
Ask her if she's available for a night, like night time.
Then no, our time
She'll also
is
open up.
different, right? See, she's back in India and I'm back here, so our night time is not the right night time. So
More easy for you.
I
She'll open up.
know.
You don't have to.
Oh my God. I used to say, see the open up part, I have some interesting stories also with my own self. So
Okay.
when I'm normally drinking, so earlier when I started, so when you start, you're like, you go all crazy because
Yeah.
you like to be a little bit, tipsy and all of the things. You like how the process is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, I was like, I used to drunk text or drunk call some people. And the outcome of that used to be not nice at all in the morning. Like it's always so hilarious because they send like sometimes I record the call or it just goes on auto record mode, or sometimes the other person tells me in the morning what I have told them when I was
No.
like not in the right headspace. And it's definitely it is not nice. Now that I have stopped, I feel like I my life has become boring because I don't have any gossip or tea to
Yeah,
spill
yeah,
for my own self in the morning and be like, ah, okay, why did I do that?
true. When you're drunk, you have the best stories to tell.
Exactly,
It,
like
it will
you.
be embarrassing. You'll be degrading yourself, but the story is hilarious.
I mean, it is like you can bond with people by sharing those stories, and it
Yeah, true.
like it is fun afterwards, not the initial time, but yes. I
It
mean,
is fun, but at your own expense.
at your own expense, exactly. Like you end up embarrassing yourself, I don't know in how many,
Totally.
in front of how many people,
And people are gonna remember that.
and some will if they are not high, like up to that
Yeah,
level.
yeah, true.
Because for me, I don't remember what I have done, but for others, maybe apart from five people, two of them will remember what I have
Yeah.
done. And
Those two, I am one of those two people because every single party when drunk people do shit, I will remember. I am sober as fuck. I am seeing every single thing that is happening. I will remember every stupid thing that you did, and you can bet I will bring that back. I will bring that back to roast you for sure. I am bringing it back.
it's fun because then you end up like it is a nice way of bonding. I know people will think that why
Yeah,
are we talking about people being drunk, why are we talking about all these things, but I think
true.
it somewhere builds up a very nice bond across you, and
Yeah,
you
totally
can
yes.
be embarrassing, you can be what and all, but in the end, yeah, you gain some people in your life because of all the funny
Yeah,
incidents that you have
exactly.
done.
Yeah, true.
So
Totally
I
true.
think it's fine. The cost also is fruitful in the end. So it's
Yes.
I'm okay. I'm okay with
Yeah.
embarrassing myself at sometimes, not all the time.
Yeah. Not all the time. Sometimes I have to not be on the receiving end of things. Yeah, makes sense.
Exactly, yeah. But yeah, what does it take, in your opinion, for someone to go from being just another classmate to be a real friend? I think we have enclosed, like we have opened up, certain
Mhm.
points. But in your thing, what would be that one thing, one factor or two factors that can convert your a stranger, like just one another person in your classmate, to turn into a real friend for you?
One is definitely a deep, honest conversation, which we discuss the time frame that will happen.
But
Uh,
I don't you think that the deep conversation, it usually does not happen a lot of time. It's just once in a blue moon where you
oh
are
yeah,
sitting with the
that is
person.
important.
But
Once because that image stays in our mind.
Mhm.
Once that happens, okay, you can understand what kind of person the other person is. So, and at the same time, they'll understand what kind of a person you are as well. It goes either way,
Mhm.
but you'll understand, okay, whether this is good, whether this person is worth having as a friend in your life or not. Once you get that, you don't have to have a deep conversation every single day of your life because then it's a routine. Then there is no thrill in that. It is just that once in a while thing, maybe once in a month or once in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It is totally fine. That is, or once in 2 months. That is also good. Not it doesn't have to be every day, but once you have that conversation, you will have that. Okay, I know something about this guy. He knows something about me, which we don't share to a lot of people usually. Once we have that image, and like, okay, now if I have a problem, you will understand if I can reach out to this person if I want to talk or if mm, I'm not feeling well.
Yeah.
Once you have that, I think that will build a deeper connection, and that is what has happened over here as well. Because the friends that I have, whenever I'm answering your question, I'm just comparing it with the situation that I'm in right now.
Mhm.
And if I close my eyes and I'm thinking, okay, the friends I have, the deep connections I have over here, every single one of them I've bonded over these parties or like late night because we used to live in a T3 apartment, which was like there were multiple T3 apartments stacked together. So, and the walls are pretty thin that if I knock on this wall and Tarun was living right next to me. So if I knock on and I call Tarun and he can answer from there. It was that thin. The walls were
That's
that thin.
scary, by the way.
Yes. Privacy zero. Privacy is zero, but fun 100% yes. Fun is guaranteed.
It's like you can
There-
listen to what they are talking
yeah,
to each
totally, totally,
person.
totally. There were people who got used to. the other person's snoring, and it was white noise.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I am not making this up. There is a friend from our group. I don't know if you know Vidisha.
Yes, I
She
know
got
her.
she got so used to some other person snoring that when he left for an internship, she was like, "Now I miss it. Now I can't sleep without." It was that thin. The
Oh,
walls were that thin. Yeah,
God.
but oh, above all, like we used to hang out every evening because it was that kind of an environment. So every evening we'll just sit there and talk, and it'll go until night 1:32, 2:33, depending on our class the next day, definitely. So when that happens, you tend to make better connections. You tend to trust them more
Yeah.
and have that common thing in your life. The second thing I think is roasting. You roast, you get roasted. It is I know it is very weird, but I have this policy. You roast, you get roasted. The friendship increases 10 times there itself.
Yeah,
It is
I
again.
try,
It
but
is at your
some,
own expense.
yeah, but it's like some people they don't like to be roasted. Like for me,
True.
personally, if a person roasts me up to a certain level, I'm fine. But if
Yeah, yeah,
that person crosses the level, I'm not never gonna talk
definitely,
to the person
definitely, definitely.
ever again.
Yeah, there is a very good level which you can cross only after you're comfortable with that
Yeah.
set of people. Now, uh, Vidisha, for example, we roast her on a daily basis. When we started out, it was a much smaller level. The threshold was so low. Now the threshold is so high that we do anything and everything to roast her.
Wow.
And my friends back in India, we roast. We have a female friend. We are a group of three, two boys and one female friend. So one girl, and both of us roast her on a daily basis that we have made her cry multiple times.
Shit. So now that you have your current internship going on, has that company inspired you or influenced you to have a personal life or a social life or like a network around, like a professional network?
Professionally, yes, because uh, there are a lot of consultants there, so that is a stream where I would want to work in the future. So consultancy is something which I am looking forward to. So professional career wise, I have networked a lot over there. Talk to these freelancers, consultants, or somebody who, like, how do they manage it, how what is their routine, and how I can make up to their level.
Yeah.
So professional wise, there's a lot of networking and stuff going on there. And like one of my dream companies is BCG. So my manager's manager is an ex BCG guy. So I talked to him a lot, like how he managed to get into BCG, what was the work environment like, and all those stuff. Professional wise, again, there was a lot of career networking. But personal relationships and stuff, there is, but it's not like I've gone out with them like for drinks or something, even though they have invited once. I did not go. Again, the old age hitting me, so I did not go. But on the other side, the friends that I mentioned earlier, five of them are there in the same office. So for me, going to the office, it's like going out with my friends. It's the very same five people that I meet in the office as well. So networking there is like meeting with them, chilling with them, going out for lunch with them only. This is my same friend circle in the office. It's just that we just have to be little more sane and decent or well behaved, I'd say. I can't just go out to the hey, censor that. I can't just do that, which I
I
usually do
like how
over
you
here.
just beeped him on your own.
It is much better if I beep it. Usually, no, our conversations are usually that earlier when we started, it's like, yo, bro, or macha, how was it? How are you? Over time, we have got to a point where we don't give a damn. Like, hey, hey, yo, it will be that. And the same thing has happened when we meet as well. When
Oh
we
God.
meet, okay, we are hugging, yo, it's that, it's nothing else.
It's
And
so
I have to
fun that you're
control
just
that
doing it on your own, the beeping part. It's just
and making your life
nice.
easier. No, but that part I have to control being in the office. I can't just, there'll be a lot of people. I can't just go to Tarun and start with this.
You know,
They'll be
the
firing me
episodes
the
I
very
did
next
with
day.
my friends, they were unfiltered. They were literally so unfiltered that I did not release one or yeah, one episode's bloopers at all. And there was two bloopers for another episode, which only one went up, and the other one I couldn't. I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
People will curse me. Why am I? What kind of podcast is this? People are just coming
People will start
randomly.
reporting you on YouTube.
Yeah,
Channel banned.
channel banned. People, police is coming to arrest me. Like full. God. Okay, so outside of
Yes.
school or work, where did you find the best opportunity to meet people and form meaningful connections? It can be like your co-living spaces, cultural events, cafes, student organizations. These are just for examples. Like, what do you think?
No, it is actually from one of the examples which you said, co-living spaces. Like I said, when I came to Lyon, we stayed in a place called Drakkar. It was a student residence. It was
Mm-hmm.
called Drakkar, and like I said earlier, it was a T3 apartment where it was a common kitchen and a common area, which was shared by three rooms, with a private bedroom and private bathroom. Okay, so that was one building, and there were several buildings like stacked next to each other. So that is where I made my first initial set of friends, like Tarun, Gaurav, Vidisha, even seniors as well. Uh, They were all like one wall apart, and that wall was pretty thin.
Yeah,
So it
like
was
how you
really easy.
said,
Sorry?
like how you mentioned it earlier, like
Yes.
get
So
used to the thing.
making friends was pretty easy. That was like, hi, how are you? It was that easy.
God.
I could just knock. I could just sit on my bed and like I can knock. Hey, how are you? Hey, huh? I'm good. You can have that conversation
Zero
sitting in
level of privacy, zero everything.
yeah. So it was that easy. But co-living spaces is one place where I really made a lot of connections because there you get to see people in their raw form. Like they are not uh, dressed appropriately for a work event or school. They are just in their comfort zone, which is another you know another which adds to another spectrum where people are open, where they can talk, where they feel welcomed. At the same time, when you see that raw version of people, that image kind of sticks in you. So after that, even if you see okay them well dressed for a school event or for work event, you still have that other raw version image in your mind where people are vulnerable, where they talk freely, where they know there are no restrictions, there is no judgment or anything. So it is totally okay to speak up about anything. So co-living space is one place where I really made a lot of connections over here. Actually, 99% of my connections over here, it is from Drakkar only. And the other place, I would say cultural events, but not in France because we don't speak that language. We don't have the luxury of, going and connecting with French people. My conversation is limited to bonjour, ça va? And they'll say ça va, and like, okay. After that, I have no idea what to say. So we are done. The conversation is done. And from that, I'm pretty sure we are not building any meaningful conversations or any meaningful connections. So that part is done. But if it was a different scenario where either they speak English or I won't speak French again, so that's no. But yeah, on a serious note, if they spoke English or if I speak French, I would say yeah, these events would have been a better way to connect with people as well because there were events in our school where we went. There was a sports event where we went to a totally different city and we stayed as a group for like 3 days. So there we made a lot of connections because since it was a sports event, people spoke in English. So there you can make connections because again you're living with them for 3 years, 3 days. So there we got to make a lot of connections. And apart from that, it's mainly like I said earlier, it's co-living space for me.
Wow. For me, it would be my university. And there were like one, two, like how I said, like I went to Munich for one event where all the different branches people were there from a same school. So yeah, we met there, and then there are some professional connections as well because of all the networking events that we're doing. We did, and yeah, cafes. I mean, for one of my friends, he invested a lot, and he met people in cafes. Like he used to go, like he has invested a hell lot of money when it comes to networking event. Like there is one episode also with him on this. He stays in Australia. He's a very close friend of mine, and Yeah, I mean it's crazy. Like
That is a good way, but with our mindset, which we talked about earlier, no, where we don't want to go out investing in cafes, we can't. I can't even think about that. I can't literally go to a cafe and start networking. That is not which I can do at all. I am gonna be so bad at it. But your events thing, I totally agree because if you are in a university, the classroom environment, it's not gonna help much in networking. I mean, in building connections or meaningful friendships. Sometimes you'll get, but mostly no.
no,
But if
sometimes
there's
you
an
will
event,
get only if you don't like the teacher.
exactly. Oh yeah,
If you
yeah.
don't
That
like
that that yeah.
faculty
That is
or
one common thing. Oh yeah, I hate the teacher. You also hate the teacher. Let's bond over that.
yeah, we have a thing to talk.
Yes, absolutely. But on the other hand, if it is an event like you said, you went to Munich, that is for a period of time where you are traveling together, where you're staying together. That will help a lot in building connections because the same set of people who I have seen in the university, it was the same set of people who I went to Vichy for that sports event with. So there, I did not talk to them in the university, but when we went to the sports event, suddenly we have started talking, we have started connecting, and suddenly there is a friendship. So when we are traveling together, when we are staying together, when our daily routines match, it is something all different. So you tend to make friendships, you tend to make those connections, you tend to make those conversations, or at least that's something which I've seen. I don't know if it's true for everybody, but I hope it is. uh, but yeah, when events come into play or when there is a lot of spending time together in terms of traveling or staying together or something, then it is a whole different scenario
Yeah.
than just rather than being in a classroom.
So, what are three practical tips you would give to someone who would just move abroad and is feeling lonely or isolated?
First would definitely be acceptance. Like accept, okay, if you're feeling alone, accept it. Okay, you're feeling alone. Like you can't put on a macho face and like even though once you're alone in your room and you're feeling alone. But when somebody comes up and asks you, how are you? I'm like, I'm good, I'm good. I'm totally fine. Oh, how are you? You can't put that fake face up for a long time. You
Yeah.
accept that first, okay, you are feeling lonely, and that is totally fine. It's not a bad thing. You can feel lonely because you have left all what you have built, your environment, your city, your family, your friends. You have left everything and you have moved to a whole different city where you don't know anybody and you're starting from scratch. And
Correct.
it's totally okay to feel like left out or the like alone or even alone amongst people. That is also totally fine because it is everything is new for everybody. So that is totally fine. First thing is accept. Second thing I would say is put yourself out there. Like take that initiative to uh, change that situation. You are feeling alone. Okay, understandable. You have accepted it. Understandable. Then you can't complain after saying no to any kind of party plans, or if people are visiting like inviting you to go to a place, let's go hang out, you say no, and then you come back to home and then you feel sad, oh, I'm all alone. You can't do that. That is two extreme things. You said no to a thing and you chose to be alone, and then you can't say no, like you can't say that, okay, I'm alone. You have to put yourself out there. You have to be open to uh, make that connection. You have to give them something. You only you can do that. Like they can't force you to come out. Okay, they're not. Nobody's gonna come into your room, like dress you up and drag you outside. You have to do all that. They'll invite you best, and the rest is on you. So you have to be taking that step forward and putting yourself out there.
How important is consistency when you're trying to nurture your friendships, like showing up, checking in, or planning meetups? Like, what is it according to you?
People are gonna hate me if I say this. It is actually really important. Like you have to be consistent. You have to regular check-ins. Everything is necessary. But I don't know if it's true, but what it is from my experience, what I've seen, female friendships, like they require consistent consistency, or regular check-ins and everything.
Mhm.
However, male friendships, it's like you talk once in a month, twice, once in 2 months. It doesn't matter. You definitely pick up where you left off. And like my best friend back in India, I haven't video called him in a very long time. I haven't spoke. to him in like maybe last 6 months. It's just that we haven't got that common time. He has been busy, I've been busy. We have been texting. I'll send a text today, he'll send a reply tomorrow, I'll send a reply the next day. That is happening. So the conversations are going on from day to day, but we haven't called. But I'm pretty sure whenever we call or when I if I go home and when I meet him, the conversation is gonna start right where we left off, and there is not gonna be a problem. But
Mhm.
you do that same thing with a girl, it is gonna be so different.
You are surrounded with such wrong people. I will definitely encounter that, but you please finish.
No, this is that's what I said. I am not entirely sure, but it's something which I've seen. Like, if you don't do a regular check-in, sometimes there is this miscommunication. It'll feel like, okay, is there something wrong between us? That can lead to a problem. I'm not generalizing in any way. It is not. It is something that I've just seen. That is it. I have no proof to back this up or anything. Nothing like that. I won't say don't turn against me now, guys. But
Nobody is turning against you.
you can cut this part.
No, no,
No,
I'm
but
not going to cut it. Absolutely not.
damn it.
That is a good answer. I mean, it's your opinion. That's what it matters.
Yeah, no,
So
but
for
it's something which
me,
I've seen. But I feel if you just ask me a question, I'll say definitely consistency, regular check-ins, regular meetups. It's necessary because life is happening every single day. So changes are happening every single day for yourself and for those people. So and when you're in a abroad situation like us, what we are right now, it is just these friends or people that you know that you have to talk to. You can't always keep calling back home, or the time might not be right. Your night will be there early morning, so you can't always rely on people or friendships or your family members who are back in India. It is people who you have over here, like in person, who you can talk to. So regular consistency is definitely something which you should work on, which I should work on as well. I am not somebody who does that on a regular basis because I don't make plans. I've been told this as well before. I don't initiate plans. I just join in. If somebody's making plans, if they invite me, I'll definitely join in and I'll be happy to speak and I'll be happy to connect and stuff. But I am not somebody who initiates plans. So that is something which I have to work on as well.
so,
But yeah, you were going to contradict me. Yes, go on,
yes,
crucify me.
now the debate begins. Just kidding. There's no beef anymore. So so for me, like how you said that being consistent, I think I have friends for very long years. Like I have two friends with whom I've completed a decade of being friends. I have some like four, five. I'm losing count now. Some four, five, six of them who with
Yes,
whom
you have five friends. I get it.
with whom
You don't have to flaunt that. I get it. Get it, guys. Amrita has five friends, five close friends. Yes, okay.
no, actually it's more than five, but okay. But
Okay, now you're just rubbing it onto it.
okay, so with whom I'm friends for like 7 years or 8 years, something like that. So initially, when in the beginning, like I think because we did not have so much of work and our life was also pretty chill and okay, like there's not a lot of things happening, not a lot of interesting things. Like we used to call out for problems, like come to us so that we can have a tea and then we can spill it.
Definitely.
Like because that's how teenage life works. Like we don't like peace, we like chaos.
Yeah.
You know,
Problems everywhere. Gossips,
problems
problems,
we call
definitely.
for problems. Like come to us, like give us some problems, because our life is not revolving
It's
in.
calm, it's peace. No, it's not
I
good.
don't like it anymore. Yeah. So I think that time you have so much of time to also invest in people that you end up making some wrong choices, which is absolutely fine. But yeah, I think also you end up checking up, be there for friends a lot because now my friends are everywhere. Like they are different parts of the world, and obviously our time zones are so different, so different that if I'm going to sleep, somebody is waking up, and somebody's afternoon has just begun. So it's that level of different. But yeah,
Uh,
we do manage even if we don't talk every day because so now that we are growing up, now problems just randomly come to us, even if we just don't want them anymore. Just don't, please don't.
it's
I
the
have
exact opposite now.
It's quite opposite. We are like, I'm done with your things. Please don't come to me anymore. And then it's like, no, I'm still there. I'll always be there like that. It's like
You
the
have
friend
called
that
me
you don't.
from a long time. You have been wanting me. Now I'm here for you.
At that
Now
time,
you
I
don't get a
didn't want
choice.
you, and now I want you, and you don't want me. My God, it's a like red flag things.
Yeah. Now you don't get a choice. You chose me earlier. You now you are accountable for your
Yeah, you
choice. Now
prayed for
I'm
me, and
now
now
I'm
I'm
with you for life.
yeah. God, that's a trauma. But okay. So in all scenarios, like life is very much happening. Like you sometimes
Yeah.
you are so traumatized with your own things that you don't feel like sharing or talking or something. But you always know that your friends are around you. They're always gonna be there for you. And it's all right if that you constant checkups if they does not happen. But yeah, I think initial phases the checkups, being there, doing a party just to bond, make that bond so strong that later on it's okay if you don't show up. It's okay if you
Yeah. Yeah.
don't share. Like the other person will understand if something is wrong, the person will do it according to their time. So
Yeah.
I think yeah, showing up is obviously checking in is very much important. But yeah, sometimes it's different for a lot of people that every time you really have to check in. But yeah, like how you said that with females it's different. But yeah, in my case, I have more female friends than male friends, and they don't need constant checking in. They're always like, yeah, fine. Whenever you have time, just call us, text us, send us voice notes. We are fine with it. So I think
Yeah.
yeah, it
That is
depends.
good. And I think the period of your friendship plays a long part, huge part as well. Because earlier I had mentioned like we are three back in India, two guys and a girl. She is now working in France. So this guy is my best friend who I've known for like more than 13, 14 years. I know for 14 years. Now I'm rubbing it back.
It wasn't a competition until you turned into it.
I win. But
Wow,
yeah.
I lose. That's not nice.
For him, if I don't speak to him like regularly also it's fine, like we text, but whenever we call we'll just pick it up right where we left off. But for her it is different that I don't, even if I don't make that move, she will call me at like whatever time we are free. And then the first thing is why you are not calling, you don't want to call, you don't want to speak.
Yeah, we
that
females
that
have that kind of
daunting will be there for like first 5 minutes. Then she will start with the updates and I'm like okay, yeah.
yeah.
Then
We
what you
have
said
that.
is correct. She'll start with her problems and I'm like, why do I have to be part of this? You invited this back in school. Now you are there for life. Now you have to deal with all my problems. And like, why am I involved in this?
We
Now
signed up
I
for
I don't
this
have I don't have any choice now.
unintentionally. We have signed up for a lot of craps with our friends, and
Yes.
it's okay. I'll I'm, I'll
Hmm.
I'll question why I'm here, but I know I'll be there.
And then I'll be like, okay, I have told this. Okay, you can call. She'll bring this up in defense as well because I've told this before. Like, if you have any serious problem, you can definitely reach out to me. No problem, no matter what time of the day it is. I don't give a damn. I'll be there. No problem. She'll bring this up in defense. Like, I have a problem, but her problems are so stupid that I don't feel like it's a problem. Like, this is like
You know that
10,
he's
10th
gonna
grade
hear
gossip
this,
for me.
right? And then you're gonna start fighting on it again.
Yeah, I regret saying that line. I
I'm not
regret.
cutting it
I
all at all.
regret telling this.
Have one of my friend who is in India only. He has his business and everything over there. So whenever I tell him that I'm always going to be there, whenever you need me, he purposely calls me in the morning just to check if I'll be there or not.
Man is a menace.
He's just doing like all the safety drills just to check if I'll be there or not. I'm like, are you
Wow.
insane? It's 3 in the morning for me. Let me sleep. He's like, no, just making sure you'll be there. I'm like, are you crazy?
Damn.
Like,
Damn.
I have some insane friends as well.
I will be blocking Dane every night when I go to sleep and I'm blocking him every morning.
No, no, no. But yeah, I mean, purposely, like, there's a setting in iPhone. I think if you have it, you'll know that it goes to sleep mode after a time if you turn on to it.
Okay.
So every night at 12, my phone goes to sleep mode, and then he calls me 2 times to get it through the sleep mode. So
Oh,
that,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So, and he calls me two, three times to just call me that one time, which disrupts my sleep. And then he's like, "You're still sleeping? It's 8 in the morning here." I'm like, "You, beep, beep, beep."
You don't want enemies in your life if you have friends like this.
Yeah, I just told him, if you want to stay alive and live your life peacefully, leave me alone and let me sleep. He's like, "No, I want chaos. I'm signing you also up for it." I'm like, "I didn't want it,
Nice.
but okay."
Nice.
God,
Wow.
people in my life, but okay. But yeah. What would you say to someone who feels socially anxious or introverted in a new country?
It depends on them because first thing, are you okay with it? Like it is all on you. Like you are okay being an introvert, you are okay being yourself, totally fine. Nobody's compelling you to, come to parties, be an extrovert, extroverts are the best, nothing like that. You are okay with being an introvert, you are fine with it, totally fine. Be your choice, go for it, go you, yay. But if you want to change it, that is when the question becomes okay. You are an introvert, but you don't like being one. You want to, start having conversations, but you don't know where to start, what to be. I mean, what to do. Then you'll have to do an initial small steps where you just show that you want to change. Then you just wait for an extrovert to come and adopt you and take you to parties and take you to places and then you know start putting yourself out there. So that is something which I would start with. Like, are you okay with being an introvert? Are you enjoying this thing? Or do you want to start changing? Like, do you want to be on the other side? Do you feel like you want to be on the other side? If they say yeah, they are comfortable, you're like, go for it. Well done. You're happy. I'm gonna let you keep your peace. Good for you. Because don't be on the other side. But if they want to be on the other side, welcome to the dark world where you have to face everybody's problem now. Everybody's problem is your problem now. So
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know how that it just turns out to be your own villain, and that to like friends. Your friends are like, because you are my friend, so you have to sign up for it no matter
Exactly.
what.
Whatever chaos is there in my life now, that is part of
It's
your life
your
as well.
part. I'm like, wow, I didn't tell you. I didn't sign up for it. My
Absolutely
God.
not. The moment you signed up for a friendship, like I think that's an unwritten rule or something.
Yeah, it just, I don't know how. I just have no words to
Somehow,
really.
somehow, every one of us ends up in the same well.
Oh my God, yeah. It's horrible,
And
but it's okay.
people yeah, people are stupid that way that sometimes they manage to climb out of that well and they move forward. They see another well of the same thing. They know it is this. I know I've been there. Still, they'll jump. Still, they're like, let's go.
God, this is insane. Absolutely insane. But yes, have social media or messaging apps helped you stay connected, or do they sometimes feel superficial for you?
I think absolutely they have helped me stay connected because if it was not there, I'll have to go meet everybody in person, which I don't like. I want to sit in my room. This is much better. I can just sit in my room on my bed. I can just touch, hey bro, what's up?
God. Sometimes I do prefer going out with friends.
Yeah, definitely,
Sometimes.
definitely.
That also
Yeah,
like
but on
very
a serious
occasionally.
note, yes, it has actually helped, and mainly to maintain the friendships that, like you said, the long distance friendships, which people are there in different parts of the world. People have traveled, and to meet with them, it's definitely not possible on a daily basis or at least on a monthly basis. So, but it is important for you guys to connect and share whatever you are going through. So for that, I think definitely social media has helped to connect with those long distance friendship, at the same time to connect with the family, your family who's back in India or back in any corner of the world. But at the same time, over here, it has made our lives a little lazy, I'll say. Not lazy actually, but I'll just say a little, um, that you prefer to be on your phone even when you have the chance to go out. And I think I do that a little more. I have to start reducing it. Damn it!
And you know my
This session
daily
is like an
routine?
introspection session for me. I mean, whatever I say, I know this is gonna come back, and I hope my friends don't watch this episode. I know because
They
they will
will, they will.
scrutinize.
What are you saying? I need views. Give me views.
I'll send it to some people who I'm not close with, but not my close friends because they know what bullshit I'm saying.
God, but
Because
yes,
no,
I
I
would.
am.
For me,
Let
my day starts with just with my phone, checking what messages and calls I've got,
absolutely.
and then I'm deciding how much time will I respond to them. Can be 1 hour, can be 2 hour, can be 5 minutes, can be 30 minutes,
Yeah,
depending on
true.
my mood when I'm waking up. So
Definitely.
that's one. My phone, and then when I take my breakfast and sitting in my desk, and I'm like my laptop, and my laptop is on the whole day.
Damn.
And then again phone and laptop, phone and laptop, phone and laptop, phone and laptop. I'm like, ah, my God, social
Yeah,
media,
it
you
is
can
true. Like even
exist.
I do the same thing. I can see every single text that is coming to me at the very next moment, but I won't reply. I'll reply only when I feel like replying. And that is something which I really have to work on. Like I don't know if that's okay or something, but I don't reply. I might take like you said, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours.
Yeah,
One day,
depending on the
2 day, it
person
can go
also
up
who
to
is
5 days.
texting me. It depends on the
Sorry?
person also who texts
Oh
me.
yeah. Yeah,
And
definitely.
my mom, I'm
Definitely.
going to reply obviously in seconds, or
Yes.
else I have to
Yes.
listen to a long lecture that why didn't I? I'm just
Yeah.
joking. My mom doesn't do that. And then my friends, like I'll just see who is texting and then see what is the message. And
Mm-hmm.
then I'll just decide, okay, this can wait for another
Wait for some time.
update.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can just wait. And sometimes
So similar. You're not alone.
high five then. High five, digital high five. And then after that, I'm like, I sometimes forget to reply also. I'm like, in my mind, I've replied to them,
Yeah, yeah, true.
but actually, I haven't. So it's a problem. I should
Yeah.
seek for help.
Now you understand why we took this long to schedule this meeting, right? When two people like this text, no, this is bound to happen.
In between, like yesterday when you text me saying that, can you send me the questions? I literally forgot about it. I'm not even joking here. I literally forgot about it because also I was busy and also because of carelessness. I've scheduled the time and everything with you, and still I was asking you what time did we do? What time did we decide? Tell me that.
And on
My
from this side, when you asked me what time did we decide, I had to scroll up. Like, 12.
I
Ah,
couldn't
we said
find
12.
him in the message. I was scrolling and I was like, oh, I'll just ask him only. It's better to ask.
You made me do the difficult job of scrolling up and finding the
Thanks, it's
message.
good. But okay,
Yeah.
lastly, what's your personal definition of home now, and how much of that is tied to the people around you?
It is 99 percentage tied to the people around me right now. Earlier, back in India, home was a lot of things. Like it was my home, little my home, the people that I have, my comfort zones and stuff. But now, when I came to France as well, I like I said, the people, for example, if I have 20 close friends, like again, it's not a competition. I have 20 close friends, huh? Just saying. But if I had 20 close friends, 19 of them are like 15 to 19 of them were from Dhaka, where I lived, the student residence. So everybody was close by. So at that time, I used to consider, okay, Dhaka was my home. But after a year, it was that those 20, it was from my batch as well as from my seniors batch, and everybody were Indians. So we used to connect. We used to have a lot in common, and Indians can connect abroad, right? So all 20 of us, or let's say 15, all 15 of us were in the same student residence and were from India, but different parts of India. But we connected based on that. So after a point, everybody had to move out because the seniors they finished their course, and us juniors we started with our gap year. and we had to do internships. And out of the 15, only two people got internships in Lyon.
Oh
So
wow.
it was just Pranay and me who were staying in Drakkar, and every single person apart from us had to leave Drakkar. So, and I used to drive. We used to have this car service in Lyon, so I used to drive them to drop them off in the airport or in the train station so that they can go to the next city. And most of them came to Paris.
Okay.
So after dropping off the last set of people, when I came back to Drakkar, I my room was at the far end, and I had to cross each of these rooms which was occupied by these people who I considered family. And I walked across these rooms, which was now empty, which was just waiting for new people to move in. That is after that only I realized, okay, home was never Drakkar. It was the people who were there. It was the people who made it feel better. Because after that 6 months, I think from last August, last July to December end, I was in Lyon alone. It was just Pranay and me. It was never the same. At that time, I hated Drakkar because there was nobody to come back to. It was just me going to the office, coming back, sitting inside my room, watching a movie, cooking, done. My roommates were not there. I couldn't knock on the walls, and I just couldn't hear Tarun there. I couldn't knock on this wall. I couldn't check with anybody else there. And I could see these stories of people everybody else was in Paris and they were having a fun time. That is when I realized home definition for me has changed a lot. It was never a construction or a place or a confined area. It was always the people who made it a home. And
Right.
now, after I got my second internship, it's in Paris. Now this is my home. Like everybody I know, it is literally like one of my friends. It's there, like right across the room, right across this hall. It's the other room. So it's I can't. The walls are pretty thick over here, so it's not like in Drakkar. I can't just knock, but it's just I can stand inside my own room, open this door, and I can knock on her door. It
Yeah.
is like that close. And then there's Tarun, who's just one metro stop away. There's Mihir Shubs. Everybody just again 1 or 2 metro stops away.
Was-
So if I have a cycle, it's just 10, 15 minutes away. If I can walk, it is just half an hour of walking. So everybody's there, and okay, this is my home now. So the home definition has changed a lot. Now I understand it is the people, and it was never that area or where the house that we were living in. I hope that makes sense, but yeah, it is what it is now.
So one question which I ask all my guests is, what is that one advice you want to give yourself going back in time to your younger self? Yeah. What is that one advice you want to give to your younger self?
Don't be scared to change the status quo. Don't be scared of that change, of the change in situations or your surroundings, or don't be scared about all those changes. Because I was somebody who always wanted. I was comfortable with my surroundings. If I'm comfortable with my surroundings, I did not want it to change. I'm like, I am happy here. I am comfortable. I know everything around me. Why does it have to change? I was one of those kind of people. But after moving, and definitely all this was difficult. This moving from India to France to Lyon, from Lyon to Paris again. Now I have to go back. Everything was difficult, and I was shit scared. I'm not at all kidding. I was shit scared. But from what I've gone through after coming here and what all I've experienced after coming here, I would say don't be scared. It's change is part and parcel of life.
That's a very good advice. Yeah. But yes, I mean, that brings us to the end of this episode. And yeah, how did you feel about the whole thing?
It was good. It was really good talking to you.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
earlier we never met, we never talked, and then this is
Yeah, yeah.
actually the first time we are having a good conversation. So, I mean,
Totally, yes.
I enjoyed it.
No, totally. And no, these are not something which, these are not topics which you talk on a daily basis as well. So, yeah, it is kind of cool talking about these topics. I don't think I've never spoke about these topics before. So, yeah, it's new for me as well.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, I mean, this brings us to also the end of season one. So it was a lot of pressure on you, but I think you did fabulous because my jaws are still hurting. I've never laughed so
I
much
hope
in
so.
any of the episodes. But yes, I would
Yeah.
say good job. Good job.
Thank you, thank you. I'm all only as good as the questions that I'm getting. So good job.
Thank you.
Like, share, comment, guys.
And subscribe.
Oh yeah, subscribe. I forgot about that. Damn it. Like, okay, cut that part. I'll say again. Like, share, comment, guys. Subscribe. Damn it. I forgot it again. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, guys. And hit
Yes.
the what was it?
Bell
The
icon.
bell icon.
Yes.
Nailed it.
I'm gonna keep all three versions because it's fun.
No!
You remember that meme where it says sucker scribe, subscribe?
Sarabaragai.
Yes,
Yeah.
that same. No. But
No,
yes,
but I really enjoyed it as well. Thank you so much for the opportunity. It was really good.
opportunity.
It was
I'm glad that people actually reached out to me saying that they want to do some episodes, and I was like, wow, it's making an impact. I'm really happy that it
definitely.
is doing something out of nothing. But yes.
Absolutely. Totally agree. But
So
no, it was pleasure to talk to you as well. It was really
on
good.
that, yes, thank you so much again, Sharath. And yeah, on
Thank
that
you so much
note,
for having me.
yes, this is the final cut. And bye, everybody.
Bye
See you.
bye.